Hi ladies, welcome to today's video. So this is not one I was planning. 5 products I'm getting at the drugstore and I am loving these days, and 4 of them are under $20. But it's a video I felt like I had to do after my run to the drugstore last night. More and more of my products these days are coming from the drugstore, not only because it's affordable, it's easy to get so I don't have to make a special trip, and they're effective. They're really, really working. So I'm excited about that. And I want to share them with you. I have a primer, I have a foundation, I have a hyaluronic acid, which is really, I love it. I'm excited because I can travel with it. I have a liner that's really working for me, and also eyelashes. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Love to have you here. This is all about, you know, championing women in their prime, sharing information, having us give each other the best advice there is out there. So today I'm going to talk about 5 products at the drugstore that I am loving these days. I'm going to start with the primer. This is a primer I have talked about in the past. First, I love the name, but more important than the name, because it just makes me smile, is that it works really well. It helps keep my makeup on. It helps keep things smooth on my face. I don't feel like I'm hot after I put the primer on, which has been a big concern with a lot of primers for me. I feel like after I put the primer on my face is sweating underneath my makeup all day long, and I don't know, I just feel like that's not good for me, and I don't enjoy having it on, so I was avoiding my primer for a while. Now I'm using NYX. It is a primer called the Marshmallow primer. It looks like this. It's in a pretty pink bottle here, but what I like about it is the fact that sometimes I use it alone. Sometimes I don't even put foundation over it, but it feels like it smooths out my skin a little bit. And this product, if you've been to the drugstore and just kind of played around in the aisles, like I do almost every night, I've noticed that they are getting a bigger and bigger display there of NYX. The line has certainly grown. A lot of the products are vegan now on this line, cruelty-free, and they have everything from glosses to liners to brow pencils to a bunch of different foundations. I'm still testing out some of their foundations, but their primer I have been in love with for a long time, and it's made with marshmallow root, which is why it's called Marshmallow Primer. But anyway, I highly recommend this one, and I'm using it. I find myself using it even on the days that I am not putting makeup on over it. So that certainly says something. Okay, so a good face begins with primer, of course. But if you're going to use foundation, and I don't use it every day, but the days that I do use it, when I'm going to work or I'm going out, I'm having a tough time. As a woman that is 51 years old, I still get hot flashes from time to time, as I've talked about a lot here on the channel. My makeup feels like it's dropping off my face, so then I find myself putting more on, right? And that cakey look is the worst thing we can do in terms of not only unhealthy for our skin, but also makes us look older. It looks like we're trying to hide something. So this is a foundation that is a drugstore foundation, definitely under $20. It's by Maybelline. I use the foundation called Super Stay Activewear. And there's something about this foundation that stays on my face and is not sliding down my face halfway through the day or right after I have put it on. I've been looking at a lot of TikTok videos lately that show what a woman looks like after they've had a hot flash and their makeup is sliding down their face. This one for some reason stays on me, and I don't have to use very much of it. In fact, I put it on my foundation brush. I just put a little squirt on my foundation brush, and this is enough to go all over my face, and I'm just going to tap it all over my face to fill in the red areas. So I knock the red out of my face, and then I'm able to put some powder on and finish my makeup application. But it's Maybelline Super Stay. I use the buff beige is what I use, and I also use the light tan. So either one of those work for me, but this one I really am enjoying these days. I think it works just as well as the designer names. I'm enjoying that foundation, and it's effective. Okay. I wear contacts. So if you wear contacts, you know as well as I do, oftentimes your liner can get on the contact. So when you take the contact out, you have like a little black mark on there that could be the mascara or the eyeliner, depending on what's going on with your eyes or allergies that day. I've noticed Neutrogena liner from the drugstore is working great for me. This is a gel liner, and what I love about this, this one's a This one's smoky, so this is a lighter color. But what I like about this one, which is the darker color that I use every day and I cannot always find it, is the fact that it's gel and it doesn't have the pencil. So I am not in love with those pencil liners where you sharpen them because I get really nervous, and I probably shouldn't, but I get nervous about the wood under my eye and any kind of shavings because I got one in there one time and I don't know, bad memory. So I like the gel, and I like it because you can pull it out as much as you want, and then, you know, as you can see, you can sharpen that part if you want to sharpen it, but it really doesn't need it. It glides on. It's just so easy to put on this liner. It just glides right on, and you can make it, I mean, I did that really thick, but you can make it very thin as well, and you can go thinner than that, and it's nice on the waterline. So this is a liner that I'm certainly enjoying, the gel eyeliner there. It's the Kohl eyeliner by Neutrogena, and I'll make sure and list all these at the bottom. Okay. Speaking of eyes, I was spending a lot of money on lashes because I thought that I had to have these individual lashes that I would put away every day and they would be perfect. And I just found out I was wasting a lot of money on that. So this is working for me right now. And these are the band. This is the strip lashes, which I really like. And I'm going to do another video showing you how to put these on because I have figured out how to do lashes, I don't know, very quickly because I have to for work, but also that stay on, because if they don't, then they just irritate me and I'm moving all around all the time and moving my eyes around and they're tearing and then falling off. Ardell Wispies. This one actually has a bonus in it, but the good thing about this is you can get a pack of these for under $20 and you're not paying $20 for the individual lashes, which for me is so frustrating. These are a little bit longer, but I actually like them because if you push them in on the top there, it feels like you can shorten them a little bit. So these have a little bit more of a glam look. Those are the ones that I have on right now, but I like the way they feel and they sit and they don't feel too heavy on my eyes. I know I've talked to a lot of people that say I don't wear fake eyelashes because I feel like I've got something heavy on my lids. These don't feel heavy to me. So let me know what you think if you do decide to try them, but I highly recommend them. They're feathered lashes. They have the invisible band there so you don't have a black strip across your eye. And I like the way that they feel on your eye. Finally, you know I have to talk a little skincare in all this. Hyaluronic acid is huge, especially when you're in your 40s and your 50s and you're trying to plump up your skin, make it feel a little moist, make sure that it's just healing. I think of it as healing overnight. So I put one of these tablets on my face each night, and the good thing about this is that you can travel with these as well. So I like the fact that I don't have to bring the whole container with me every time. I just pop a few of these out. So for example, this weekend I'm gonna go out of town for 4 days, so I pull 4 of them out. I make sure that, you know, I put it on my face every night. I make sure that I have those, and I don't have to carry the whole container with me like this. I can just pop 4 of them out. I put them in a little container on the side. And this is what they look like. You squeeze off the top. And I even put this, you know, sometimes in the back of my hands because it's wonderful. That's a little too much for one hand, but you can see what that's already doing. So when you have that on your face and on your skin, and by the way, it dries quickly too. I've got a little too much extra, but it dries quickly too. So the good thing about that is you're not messing up your pillow at night too. So I just think this is wonderful and it feels great in the morning. So these are serum capsules, and I think there's 30 of them in this. So that lasts about a month, which is nice versus, you know, going into a department store and spending a whole lot of money on something that, you know, you don't know whether it's going to work or it's in one of the containers where you use a little too much of it. This just lets you use the right amount. So anyway, I'm going to list all these below. I was not planning on doing this video today, but I realized I had in my bag five items. But I realized I had in my bag 5 items last night that I absolutely love from the drugstore, and I wanted to share them with you. Anyway, if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. I always love to share your comments, your thoughts, and your advice here on this channel. It's exciting when you give me new information as well. If you haven't subscribed, be sure and do that. Hit the notification button. And by the way, I have on my website and also in the link down below a free guide, 5 steps to unlock your bold as we go into midlife and create the kind of life that you want. So feel free to download that. I hope that helps out, and I will see you next time.